Hello everybody, and today I will be making a video that I'm kind of excited about making. It's my top 11 favorite cubes of all time. These are cubes I've collected over many years, and now I have my top 11 favorite out of over 200 puzzles. So I'm bringing it to you guys today, and I hope you can enjoy. And let me know in a comment below, what are your top 11 favorite cubes of all time? Ones that you own or don't own. But be sure to put in there if you own them or don't own them. These are all ones that I own. There obviously would be some changes if I owned different ones, but we'll just use these for now. These are in no particular order till we get to number 1. These are just what order they ended up in when I set them on my desk here. Number 10, I am zoomed in. Number 10 is the Terraminx. This is a cube for you, Terraminx. I don't have an MF8 or that one would destroy this one by far. It's missing a few stickers, but it's just so massive and so much fun to play with. It is just, like, I've solved it 3 times, and it just never ceases to amaze me how much fun it is. It does take a while to solve, but it's worth it because you're playing with a Terraminx. Next one we have here is a custom mod of mine that I made. It is a mini hexagonal die pyramid. Now, a lot of stickers have fallen off again, and I'm kind of sad about that, but I'll replace them at some point. The turning on this is quite smooth. It was made out of like a knockoff keychain cube that I got for 20 cents on eBay, and I'm happy with it. You can see I filled it and painted it. It's not anywhere near closest to the best mods out there, but for me, I think this is pretty good. Let me get it in focus, but my camera doesn't want to focus, so we can just hold it out here. So that is number 9. Again, these are in no particular order. This is a puzzle from MF8. It is a Volcano Puzzle. It turns on the tips like this, and then you can turn these faces. And I got this for Christmas a few years ago, and it took me a long time to learn how to solve. I do know where that sticker is, so I'll replace it. But it's just so much fun. It was a big challenge to me right at first. It took me hours my first time. These tips can turn. It's just so much fun. And yeah, it was $42, but I got it for Christmas for my grandparents, so it turns pretty well, and I really like this puzzle. At number 7, or number 8, I forgot I was doing 11. Number 11, number 10, number 9, number 8. Shanghai Pyraminx is modded. I really like Pyraminx. I've always liked solving Pyraminxes, and now with this one, I have gotten my times down to about 6 seconds, and a cap came off. I modded this with the Oscar Roth Anderson, sorry about that, method. You can look up his channel. He's the world record holder at Pyraminx, and I'm not sure how I like the feeling. The feeling changed a bit. It doesn't lock up as much now. Probably won't be able to tell what I did just by this, but I've always loved solving Pyraminx. It was one of the first puzzles that wasn't a 3x3 that I got. Next up here we have the Shanghai 9x9, and this is simply because of its size. It's not because of its turning quality, it's just that it's a 9x9. I've always wanted a 9x9 since they cost $200, and they were pillowed and they popped a lot, and they weren't worth anywhere near $200, but people would pay it because it was a 9x9. I unfortunately was a little kid when this was happening, and I was completely broke, so I didn't get a 9x9 till just recently. I got it for $30 from E3 Cube Store because I won a contest. This is just one of my favorite puzzles because it's a 9x9. I love solving it. It takes me like 20 minutes, or under 20 minutes now, but I just love solving 9x9. Next up here we have the MF8 Helicopter dodecahedron. I have a helicopter cube and a curvy-copter, and I really like those puzzles. And this came out before the curvy-copter actually, and it closely resembles it. But this is a edge-turning dodecahedron. I don't know why I was going to say Romnick. It's so much fun to solve. It was the hardest puzzle I had when I got it. It is the same size as an MF8 Gigaminx for size comparison, and it's just so much fun to solve. Those pieces need to be popped out. I popped them, but it jumbles too, which just adds even more challenge to it. You can jumble, and some things get blocked, but you can do what's called fudging on it. I used to have 2 of these, but I I traded one to a friend for actually one of the other puzzles that is in my top 11 favorite of all time. Speaking of trading a YouTuber for it, this is one of the puzzles I traded this for. Well, I traded him a bunch, but it's a 7x7 ball. Now, I have to put a little bit of a disclaimer in here that I just traded him cubes, and he didn't really make any money off of this cube. It is a copy, quote-unquote, of Tony Fisher's 7x7 ball, but he's not selling them, he's not doing anything. He just modded it, and he wanted to know if I wanted to trade cubes for it, so I got it at the Minnesota Open 2012, and it is a awesome puzzle. It's made out of a V-Cube 7, and it turns very smooth. It's unlike any other V-Cube 7 I've ever felt. I don't have any V-Cube 7s besides this, but it's pretty awesome. The sticker job could be better. It was one of his first mods, and he does a lot better job of stickering now. And it's just such an awesome puzzle. I really like it. Next up here we have a Void Cube. This is the original Void Cube, so I can show it in my video and not have a knockoff or anything. But so this is, I've always just loved Void Cubes because you can turn a cube and there's no center. You can just do anything. You could stick your finger through and it still works. And just the quality on this puzzle is awesome. It turns very, very well. And I actually bought this on eBay from somebody that I would become friends with later on, which is kind of interesting because I didn't know them at all when I bought it on eBay, and I didn't know I was getting it from them. But yeah, I met them at a few competitions and it was pretty cool. Rolling in at the next spot is the Tut Minx. What? It has 32 sides. It's missing a ton of stickers, but I'm buying new stickers soon for it so I can solve it again. It's like a giant Mega Minx. These faces you have to turn twice, or else you will be fudging and the puzzle will all get locked up. In these faces you can turn once. It's super, super fun to solve. I've solved it once, I think, and messed it up completely. It takes a long time even just to mess up, and you have to be really cautious messing it up so you don't turn these faces once and then fudge, or else you're fudged. It has 32 colors on it. It's missing cap, but that's upstairs, so it's all good. And it's just so cool. Like, it has 32 sides. It's in the shape of a soccer ball. I got this on hknowstore.com. It was expensive, but it's cool. Just look at this. It's massive and lots of sides. Next one coming in here is a 3x3. I love 3x3. I don't have a main 3x3, so I'm just bringing the Rubik's brand. The original cube, one of my favorites. It's just not necessarily this one. It turns not half bad actually, but this isn't my main by any means. But we just have to give props to Erno Rubik for creating this awesome puzzle that led to everything else except this pyramids, because that came out first actually. But yeah, it's just cool to think how one creation by a man 30 years ago has changed so many people's lives for the better. And this is the second best-selling product ever. It's only second to the iPhone, which I think is kind of sad. It could have been second to something cool. Like, don't get me wrong, the iPhone is cool, but I think this should be the best-selling product because it's a Rubik's Cube, and pretty much anybody you talk to in today's culture will know what a Rubik's Cube is and know that it's hard. Yep, and then my number one favorite puzzle of all time is a pretty unexpected one. It's the Rubik's UFO. I don't know why it's my favorite, it just is. These puzzles are discontinued. They were made by Rubik's. This one is broken, which I'm super bummed out about. I'm trying to find a new one that I can get that of this green plastic that's not broken. So if you have one, let me know. These puzzles turn like this, and they turn like this. And they're just so much fun to solve, and I don't know, it's just always been my dream since I got into cubing to have a UFO, and then I found one brand new at a store, this one, and I was super stoked, and then my mom found this one for free at a garage sale for me, so that was pretty cool. So this has been my top 11 favorite puzzles of all time. This might change eventually, and if it ever does, like maybe a year in the future, let me know if you'd like me to make another video, like one of these videos every year, but most of these probably won't change. It might only be one or two cubes different. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and again, leave a comment of your top 11 favorite cubes of all time down below in the comment section. So yes, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.